Hello everyone, Uma here, and today I'm going to teach you how to survive in Umamusume as a free-to-play. Right now, you may feel like you're fighting a fully kitted SWAT veteran with primitive sticks and stones, but it doesn't have to be that way. So with that, enough yapping, let's start the video. The first thing that you need to remember is that this is a knowledge game. No smart player will lose to a dumb whale. That is why understanding the game comes more than anything. You can do this little by little as you play the game, and right now, what I want you to understand first is to save your carats. Carats are the biggest advantage of a whale. They don't have to learn how to save like us free to play and just pull for the meta whenever somebody says to do so. But that's why we need to control our spending habits. Not all support cards are useful. In fact, most right now are extremely useless. That's why it is extremely possible for us to just pick which support cards we should pull for. Like for example, at the start of the game, every smart player just spent all of the free carats on the first day re-rolling. Once they got the account that they wanted, they immediately just saved everything up until Kitasan Black. That is the smartest move. No pulling and no saying, I'm just going to pull 5 times and see what my luck gives me, because there's no pity system in this game. What they did was just pure discipline. They wait for the banners that actually matter, which are usually covered by your trusted Uma creator, and they're rewarded with the opportunity to have a chance to beat a whale. Here's a little extra for you. The next banner that you should be saving for is going to be Riko Kashimoto and the Rice Shower Power card. These two are coming at the same time because Cygames still needs to make money, and any desperate players who spent most of their carats when this time comes will definitely give revenue to Cygames. I think that this banner will come at 3rd week of November, so we have a lot of time right now. So be smart. I don't care if you have 0 carats or 20,000 carats. Save everything and don't underestimate gacha games. Second is to continue learning what the meta is. Like at this next champions meeting, everyone has been talking about front runners being the best in this CM, which is further solidified by the release of Saiyan Sky. Front runners like Daiwa Scarlet, Silent Suzuka, Smart Falcon, etc. benefit the most from the unique skill of Saiyan Sky called angling and scheming, which only activates when in the lead on a corner late in the race. That is why everyone has been building their own front runner. Another skill that everyone has been talking about for front runner and pace chaser is the skill called groundwork, and I have a little guide how to get groundwork, since most players that I see building this have the SR air group on their deck because she has the groundwork skill. They still use this even though their air group is only level 25 or level 35. So if you're in this situation, I would recommend finding a Saiyan Sky parent that has a White Spark level 3 on groundwork skill using this website called UmaDB. So now you can change the shitty ass air group with something like an MLB Haruura SSR or something that you need to min-max your stats. So next we'll be talking about stats. I know you've already learned that you can't just backshin everything and just put all your stats to speed. Every stat has its importance, and I've seen lots of players in the previous CM not understanding this concept. The most important stat that you need in this game is not speed, but understanding how much stamina you need to survive, because every skill and every stat is useless if your Uma is tired as shit. Your Uma could be faster than a Porsche, but if it only has enough gas for the first part of the race, then everything is useless. Here's a simple cheat sheet for how much stamina you would need on any type of races. Save a screenshot because you will be needing this a lot. What I'm trying to say is, if you understand how stats work and the opponent whale doesn't, then you will surely win. Imagine the Uma that you trained as an F2P only has 1000 speed, 800 stamina, 700 power, 300 guts, and 300 wit. You're racing in the Taurus Cup, a medium race, but your enemy is somebody who has 1200 speed, 1200 power, 500 guts, 1200 wit, and 400 stamina. Yes, your Uma will still win since they don't understand how stats work. I know this is a dumbed down example, but it's an example of how every little bit of knowledge will let you win against whales. So watch that YouTube video telling you how to min-max everything. Since we're already here, I'm going to quickly teach you how to min-max your stats in career mode. No yapping, just a straight up guide. In your junior year, the only thing that you should be focusing on is putting all of your support cards to Orange Friendship. This will activate Rainbow Training as soon as possible, so train on whatever training facility has most of your friends on it. Second is to maximize your beach event. Make sure that you are properly rested before early July comes, meaning you would be resting in early June or late June if there are no races. Now the beach event happens twice in a single career mode, so at the first beach event in the classic year, you should be focusing on Rainbow Training for the stat that you are targeting. For example, in Cancer Cup, speed and power are king, so look for those. But if there's no Rainbow Training for speed or power, it may be smart to go for stamina and wit instead, since every facility is at max. But the rule changes on the senior year of beach event, since most likely the facility level of your speed and power is already at level 4 or even level 5, so the free level 5 facility upgrade that the beach event gives doesn't even matter anymore. So the best thing to do is to train for stamina or wit, since the facilities are low level here, and this should help you get your stat threshold much easier. This rule can be broken if you can get a triple or quadruple Rainbow Training from speed or power, but that is the only exception. This will help you min-max the stat that you get from beach event. And lastly, at the URA finale phase, at every race that we will do at qualifiers, semifinals, and finals, every time we win, we will get 13 stats for each of our stats. So if we finish the career, the URA finale races will give us a total of 39 stats. Plus, if you have Director Aikawa at the Orange Friendship level, we will get another plus 15 for each stat and a free plus 5 for every stat for finishing the career mode. This leads us to get at least 59 raw stats, and Otonashi's stat bonuses are still not even part of this because, well, to be fair, we don't really care about her. So since we can get a free 59 raw stat at the URA finale phase, we should only aim to at the maximum have 1141 speed, not more, but it could be less, so we can actually min-max it. Fourth is to min-max your daily rewards. This is really not hard, so here's the routine that I have. First is to quickly do the dailies. Run your team trials, legend races, and daily races. Once that's done, go and use all of your daily energy. And after that, don't ever let it go to 100 ever again, since every daily energy wasted could accumulate to one career mode, and you know what career mode gives. Yes, a bunch of golden support points, which you can use to upgrade your Uma's potential. We need every advantage that we can have against whale players, because they don't have to min-max their dailies, since they could just go buy money and then go ahead max the potential of every Uma that they will use. To know which Uma you should be upgrading right now, you should typically look for the next champions meeting, since we can get a lot of carats here just by being a finalist. As of making this video, it's going to be Cancer Cup, so look for what is the meta in this Cancer Cup. So for example, right now, Silent Suzuka is a pretty good Cancer Cup Uma. You can go ahead and proceed to max the shit out of her, and that Uma will stand on an equal footing against whales. So don't be lazy. So whatever you're doing, Umamusume will be part of your life. If you're cooking, play Uma while waiting to cook. Studying, use your rest by going for one career mode run. Are you shitting? Then while doing your business, go ahead and pull out your phone, do a career run. So as long as you don't let that energy go to 100, then you're going to be fine. For team trials, you will see an opponent with a gift marker on the side of their team. This will give you a lot of resources, so always go for this even if you know that you're going to lose. Losing in team trials doesn't even matter if you already are in retention range or promotion range. It's just a way to quickly test your newly built Uma. Lastly, if you're one of the players who just recently played like a month ago, you are the one who will feel the most difference against a whale. Since we first week players already have a somewhat built out deck, we can stand on a somewhat equal footing against them. But remember that there will come a time when you will also be in this position. Just remember all the things that I said here. Even though it's hard at first, trust me, it will get easier as your deck and Umas get built. With that, I hope you survive and see you in the next video.